What's up, guys? Today we're going to go through a slightly varied from the normal planning guide. So make sure you get a pen and paper out. We're going to go through this and we're going to help you to create your meal plan. This is something that people always struggle with. People are so quick to be like, I want recipes, I want recipes. Never make the recipes. They've got like folders in their phone, Pinterest boards on their Pinterest of like tons of recipes, and you never make them. A, because you can't get the stuff. B, because you can't get the time. And C, because you can't stand doing the washing up. And all of them take like a million different pots and pans and stuff. So we are going to help you build this plate. I say plate, we're gonna do a week, right? Oh, well, we're gonna do one day, and then you can create this again and again and again for the week. So one of the most important things is that you have the food in the house, right? Before we go down, you guys know if there's chocolate or your favorite thing, right? So for me, it's chocolate. But if there's chocolate out, when I wake up, I won't know about it. And then I'll like go into the cupboard and to get, I don't know, whatever, like jam or something, and I'll see it. And then that chocolate will be in my mind the rest of the day until I've had some, basically. But if we switch that and now we recognize that there's more fruit around the house, more vegetables around the house, more protein things around the house, we're more likely to have those things, right? Because now they're in our mind. So front of mind. And the best way to do that is to have them bought. So buy the foods to fill the house. You could also do the same with water. That's another hack, right? Have bottles of water around. But ultimately, you need the food in the house first. There is no point in me giving you a meal plan. The majority of meal plans I've ever seen for weight loss have got bananas and peanut butter in. I hate both of them. I hate the smell, I hate the texture, I hate the way they look. I know they look differently, but I hate the way they look. I hate it. Even when Cam has had some peanut butter, I'm just sitting there like trying not to throw up. So I know that I could never do a meal plan because I hate those two things. And like every bodybuilding and weight loss meal plan has them in, right? So I wouldn't stick to it. I would make stupid swaps on purpose because I'm like, well, if I can't have peanut butter, I may as well have chocolate, right? I would make it make sense in my head. So the way to do it is like this. I want you guys to write, out of these, I want you to write anything, any protein pieces, any proteins that you like. And at the same time, I'm going to open this to the side and I'm going to open a tab here because I'm going to do this alongside you. I don't normally, docs, but I will do one alongside you. So grab a pen and paper or your notes or wherever. And obviously, if you think of any other things, right? So if you think chicken, I don't know, wings, is it? That's another one. Then you can have that. Or if you think cod, well, no cod's in there, but basically any protein sources that you know, like you could have, if you have, I would say tempeh and steak gym, but they're in there. So anything in there, write as many down as you like. So I'm going to write protein, and I like chicken breast. I like chicken thigh too, but they're higher in fat. I don't really like chicken sausage, ground chicken, or in the UK we call it mince, like chicken mince or beef mince. I like turkey breast. I don't really like turkey sausage. I only like the turkey bacon in America, so I won't be putting that down. Ground turkey, I could do that too. I like steak, any kind of steak really for me. Bacon, hit or miss with bacon. Medallions. So quick tip with the medallions, they're expensive to buy compared to normal bacon. But if you just buy normal bacon, then cut the circle part out, it's the same, right? So literally what it is. So you could do that. So steak, eggs. I freaking love eggs. Egg whites I'll also happily demolish. Tuna. I've got a love-hate relationship with tuna. People know I'm like, I get sick of it because I eat it so much. Fish I'm not a big fan of. I mean, that shall be in here. I'll eat cod if it's fish fingers, but other than that, I don't really like it. Edamame, I'm not going to put in. I don't mind them. Lentils, don't really love. I can eat tuna and eggs every day. Well, there we go. There's your meal plan sorted. It's just that's all you're eating. If you guys have got any questions as well, put them in the chat. Or if you're like, oh, what about this? Put it in the chat and unmute and I will say yes, good to go, or no, that goes in another section or wherever. Cottage cheese, I don't love either. I'll eat spinach actually. And peas. I love peas. Peas, spinach, but only baby spinach, broccoli, broccoli, protein cheese. Yeah, I can eat protein cheese. I love feta at the minute as well, but it's higher in fat. Bone broth, I've never used. I tell you what is very good as well is that gravy stock. What's that thing called in the UK? What's protein cheese? It's ours is called Eat Lean, but now it's just like low calorie, high protein cheese versus like a normal cheese, like cheddar. We eat a lot of cheddar in the UK. But protein cheese, it's just cheese. Bovril. Bovril is the thing I was thinking about. Anyone in the UK that you can just chuck that into like your spaghetti bolognese or anything, and it'll bump up the protein. Protein powder. My stomach doesn't get on with it, so I'm not eating it. I haven't eaten for about 2 years. And then Greek yogurt or skyr I like. Skyr, low fat skyr. Okay, so now you've got your list, correct? Give me a thumbs up if you've got a list. Cool. And obviously in your spare time after this or wherever, you can go back through this and add it in. I will find the full presentation and add it into the group so you've got the full list of all the different foods as well. But for now, we'll just use these. Okay, so you should have like a full list. I know it says here like have 4 to 5 of these a day. We're just going to write the whole list here. Next, we're going to then go through vegetables. What veggies do we like? Veggies. Spinach, which yes, some of them are going to be in 2, right? Because spinach is a vegetable, but is also high in protein in comparison to other vegetables. So if you are plant-based, spinach I would class also as a protein source. Kale, no thank you. Lettuce, arugula, which in the UK is cress. Is it cress? We call it something else in the UK. Arugula.
It's rocket, no?
Rocket, yes, thank you, rocket. Rocket. What do you call it, Naomi?
Arugula.
Okay, right, you don't call it rocket, you just knew. You're just really clever. I'm very fussy with vegetables, right? So I'm just going to put like cabbage. I also can't be bothered to cook vegetables. Cucumber. So I eat a lot of like mixed veg. I'm going to put that in veg. So I will buy like the different mixes. So there's like farmhouse mix. That is the typical one that I'll use. And then there's like country mix, which is a different one. It's got cauliflower in. So I'll just buy the different mixed vegetables. Frozen. Oh, frozen. Yes, they're exactly the same. They're absolutely fine, right? You can use frozen stuff. You're cool. You're fine. Green beans, peppers. I've already put broccoli, but I'll add that in. Okay, mushrooms. Come on, man. They're like my favorite. I'll eat a pack a day. Italian frozen veg from Lidl is lovely. Oh, I'll have to look at that one. Okay, so this, you know, I like sweet corn. I'm really fussy. I'm really fussy eater, guys. Tomatoes. I'm very fussy with tomatoes. I have to have the little vine overly ones. I can't eat the round ones, and I can't eat big tomatoes. And I also like parsnips, but I'm not going to add those in. Okay, so now we've got a list of vegetables, a nice variety. So now we've got vegetables, and we've also got protein. Next, we're going to go through, and now we're going to choose our starch carbs. Now, in this list, 1 to 6 are the best ones. A couple of these ones as well, like plantains, yams, and pumpkin, they would be okay as well. But if we could get the majority of our carbs from 1 to 6, you probably will never ever have an issue losing weight ever again. You wouldn't be bloated. You would be perfectly fine. Like, people love pasta, but honestly, it is pretty processed, really, and it does cause a lot of people GI issues. And for me, I'll eat it, and then like 10 minutes later, I'll be starving. Just with pasta, that's how it affects me. Popcorn, yes. Now that is the low-calorie popcorn. You guys have got some really nice ones in America, the purple and the pink ones. Kettle corn, you know, the low-calorie. I don't know if you have it in Canada anymore. You do. Skinny Pop. No, it's not called Skinny Pop, so yeah. You guys have got the really nice one. Skinny kettle corn. So anyone in the UK, kettle corn is sweet popcorn. If you go to the cinema or the movie theatre, you have to ask for kettle corn, not sweet popcorn. Popcorn is just popcorn. Let's see. Yeah, it is. There we go. Skinny Pop. This one. But the nice one. The sweet one. Very delish. I think there's another one as well. Okay, so now we've got our starch carbs. Yams and pumpkins are not kosher. No, they are. So yams and pumpkin are, as well as plantains. But I think most people usually eat the top 6, if that makes sense. So things like corn on the cob is okay, but like cereal, bread, and pasta, they're pretty processed, but people do tend to eat them. So for me, starch. I'll have potatoes. I love potatoes. Sam loves potatoes as well. Whenever I think of potatoes, I think of Sam. Potatoes, sweet potatoes. Oops. I love a sweet potato as well. White rice. I did a whole podcast episode once on white rice versus brown rice. If anyone's really interested to know the difference, I've got like a full hour episode on the difference. Oats, I like. Well, actually, I've got a bit of a thing with oats at the minute. I have to test them because it gives me a bit of get this like side gut issue going on. Couscous I don't like, butternut squash I don't like, rice cakes I don't like, popcorn I'll eat, but probably too much, so I'm not going to add it in. Okay, and that's basically those. I'll go down. And almost the last one, we're going to do fats. Okay, so we don't need like a ton of these, but if you want variety, add them all in, like whichever ones you like. So I will eat avocado if I can't see it. So I like smash it up and hide it under my eggs. I'll do that. Olive oil, that's my one of choice because I can't see it. I don't like nuts. I like chia seeds. I don't like fatty fish. Coconut oil. I don't know where to put that on. Personally, nut butter, don't like it. Dark chocolate, love it. Dark chocolate. Flaxseed oil, hummus, olives, cheese. Oh, I do like cheese. I'm gonna add that in. Soybeans. I do like edamame. Yogurt. I don't like yogurt unless it's that one that I like, or chocolate, and eggs. You guys are like, she said she was fussy. She is really fussy.
I didn't realize hummus was in the fat category.
Yes, yeah, it is. And I'll show you, let me add it into the chat. So I'll remind you, I'll remember to show you how. Hummus in fat, question mark. Okay, I'll cover that momentarily for you. Okay, so now we've got, oh yeah, and one more is fruit, if you want to add any fruit. So for me, again, I'm fussy, so I haven't really got much to choose from. Strawberries. I'm hit and miss with strawberries. If it's got chocolate on, I'm good. Otherwise, I'm a bit picky with it. Grapes, I'll eat on a good day. And apples, if if it is cored and cut, I can't be biting into it. It hits my teeth, and it makes my. I just feel like there's skin like in between my teeth all the time. This is the sensory thing, Lenka, I'm sure. I'm sure all of this comes under like sensory issues with autistic people. Like I'm pretty confident that's what it comes under. So, okay, so now you guys have got your list. I'm gonna go into here. Okay, so that is step one. Okay, so well done. You've got step one. You've basically got a whole list of foods that are FAE approved that you can eat. Guys, you could literally eat, okay, bar the chocolate. You could probably eat all of this all day, every day, and you would be either too full to go over calories, or you would just be content and you wouldn't want it anymore, right? So these are really, really good foods that you can be stocking up on. Next, we need to go into MyFitnessPal. So let me open my. Oh yeah. Also, I saw that Tony had said that his recent foods are going, and someone else said yes, theirs is as well. But oh God. But I have not been on mine for a while, so I haven't checked it. But here we go. Let's have a go. So now what I want to do is, let me move this thing. There you go. Click. On the top of your page or at the bottom, wherever, I want you to write your calorie target. And if you have macro targets, they need to be in there as well, right? So for example, I don't have a calorie target, but I have got macro targets. So I've got 150, 50, and 150 is my macro targets moving forward. So 150 carbs, 150 protein, 50 fat. Oh, and then fiber. It's probably at 20 grams fiber. Now, some of you might have a calorie target and a protein target, or calorie, a protein, and a fiber. Not everybody has a specific macro target. It confuses some people because then they get stressed out about the calories, even though calories and macros are the same. They're the same thing, two sides of the same coin. So if you have just got a protein target, write the protein target down. If you've got protein and fiber, write that down. And if you've got calories, write that down as well. They are all you need. Okay, I don't want you guys to freak out. I think at this point it's helpful to share with you that when you have these targets, I normally give, depending if you're doing a photo shoot or not, but generally I give like a 10 gram/5 gram leeway. So for protein, if it's 150, I'd be okay with 140 to 160. Carbs, 140 to 160. Fiber should be 20, 25, something like that. Anyway, fats, I give 5%. No, not 5%, 5 grams, sorry. So it would be between 45 and 55 grams of carbs for me, of fat for me in this instance. But again, if you've just got protein, that's fine, and a calorie target, that's fine. So I could do the maths and figure out the calorie target, but I'm not going to. So let's go in. I'll open this. See if I can do this together for you. Move this across. Okay, so tomorrow, I'm going to put it in for tomorrow. And this is the thing, right? Our most successful clients have already got their food for the next 3 to 5 days in their MyFitnessPal. And people stress out about that. But that means now they don't have to think about it. For the next like 3 to 5 days, they're like, oh, I know what I'm having. It doesn't matter what you fancy or like they've done the food shop. So it's not like, oh, I haven't got blah, 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 because they've already done it because they know what they're going to have. So it saves you so much time and money because you're not like just spending money on food and then going, oh, I left the chicken out and I didn't eat it and now it's gone off and I have to throw it and you're like throwing money away. So next we go in. I do not like doing it on my laptop, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to do it for you. We're going to go in and we're going to add any protein sources. So out of that list of my protein here, what could, I'll tell you what I haven't put in there is beef mince, ground beef, because I do eat a lot of that as well. So out of this list here, what could I pop in for breakfast? So I could have egg whites, search, and you guys can grab your MyFitnessPal and do exactly the same. I'll give us like 10 minutes to do it. For a full day, I'll give us like 5 minutes to do the protein and then we'll move on to the next one. Put in your protein for breakfast, protein for lunch, protein for dinner. That's what I want. So I'm going to put egg whites in and I'm going to use, that seems wrong. That doesn't seem correct. 1 gram. That's not right, is it? Let me try 2. And I'm just using 2 chicks because I know that is the brand that I've got. Pretty sure downstairs. Free range egg whites. That sounds a bit more like it. Okay. So I'm going to have mils. And for anyone who doesn't know, so you'd go in, right? And this just says 1 milliliter, 1 serving of 1 milliliter. Well, I'm not going to have 1 milliliter of egg whites, right? That's like a tiny, tiny drop. So what I'm going to do is go into the servings and put in 150 servings of 1 milliliter, which means 150 ml. I'm going to have that. Maybe I'll also add in some full eggs, 2 eggs maybe, eggs. I don't know why I'm getting a test for Alzheimer's coming up. What's that trying to tell me? Yep, there you go. My brain health is better than 99% of the population, apparently. Oh, if I can do that test. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna have 2 eggs. So for me, that's probably what I'm gonna have for my protein in breakfast, right? I'm not gonna have any other protein. Sometimes I do have beef, ground beef for breakfast, chicken for breakfast, wherever. But just for ease and to show you guys, I'm just going to put in egg whites and eggs. Maybe I'd have like a scramble or an omelette or something. Then I'm going to do the same for lunch. So I'm going to have chicken. Now I know I've got chicken skewers to use, so I'm probably going to have those. Is it ADHD or high IQ? You can't have both? I'm not liking these ads that are coming up. They're damaging my mental health here. Give me complex. Okay, let's go back. Recent. Let's see, what have I recently had? Chicken skewers. There you go. So none of those. Add checked. And then for lunch or for dinner, I'm going to have ground beef. Oh, now we're just talking about Welsh bollocks. Like, I don't want that either. Beef. $1.7. And you guys know I've got this like weird obsession with skyr at the minute, so I'm gonna pop in some skyr also into my lunch. And I'll use it as like a sauce. So, Naomi asked her on about hummus, saying, "Oh, hummus is a fat." She didn't know. And this is how I would typically show someone whether it falls into fat, protein, or carb. Now, it will fall into probably all of them. Most foods fall into all of them. But when you go into the nutritional value, you will see here it's 36 calories, it's 3 grams of fat, 2 grams of carb, and 1 gram of protein. So the majority of it, half of it actually, 50% of it, is gonna be fat, and then the other 50% is gonna be protein and carbs. So I guess it's mostly fat. So that's why I call it a fat food rather than a anything else. Whereas if you go chicken thigh, which is also high in fat, we'll have a little look now. Skinless, nutritional value. So that is 7 grams of fat in one thigh in this input and 17 grams of protein. Therefore, that one is a protein food. So that's a quick way of looking at it. Okay, how are we getting on? Just pop in the chat. How are we getting on with adding in your protein? Are you done? Or are you still going? Protein done. Alrighty. How are you getting on, Kim? She looks like she's frantically tapping away. Oh, I have to take a break. Okay, no probs. So make sure you come back and do this for the rest of it. Like watch the rest of it on the replay. I did get my protein. Okay, cool. Okay, so now that your protein is in, I'll show you mine. And you can see this if you turn your phone to the side, it'll come up and it looks like this, right? Although if you're doing a PC, it comes up anyway. So my total protein for the day so far is 114. Now remember my target is between 140 and 160. So we can keep going and see how we feel. If this was 100, I'd be like, oh, we need to bump it up a little bit. Maybe I could try some whey protein, or I could have a tin of tuna, or I could add some peas or something like that. Tuna is normally my go-to, to be honest. It's just easy. Just chuck it out the can, put some mayo with it, sorted. But for now, we'll see how we're going to get on. You want to be somewhere within 20 grams of your protein target, 20, 30 grams of your protein target. Now we're going to go through breakfast, lunch, and dinner exactly the same. And if you have a snack as well. And we are going to put in our vegetables. So for breakfast, I'm going to have mushrooms, obviously. Mushrooms. It's probably down here. There they are. Mushrooms, and I'm going to have like 75 grams. I told you I really like mushrooms. Maybe in my salad, I'm going to have a chicken salad. So maybe I'll have some chia seeds, like 10 grams, 5 grams. Oh, wait, I'm doing protein first. Forget that. Vegetables. Iceberg. Gonna add that in. Piccolo. glue. Tomatoes. Cucumber. And ideally, we want to use like grams and mils, right? Rather than medium, small, and large. So I'm going to use like 10 grams of red onion. And then for dinner, I'll probably just have like a farmhouse mix. Vegetables. And then I'll just use like any brand. So Asda is Walmart. I'm going to put in there. And then I'll have like 100, 150 grams to really fill up. Okay. Anything else that I want? I also sometimes have like a salad and vegetables with my salad also. Peppers. Ah, they place it right where I click. Green pepper. 20 grams. And gherkins. Gherkins. Okay. So there's some vegetables throughout the day. I've got mushrooms and tomatoes for breakfast. I've got a salad for lunch. I could probably add in like sweet corn stuff there. I'm not going to right now, but I probably could do. And then for dinner, I've got this 150 grams of frozen mix, which that seems like a lot of vegetables, but it's only 8 grams of fiber. Now, what I will say is if we look up here, this says it's 5 grams. Okay, that seems fair. But then in my whole salad, it says I've got 1 gram. That is because one of two things. The first thing could be that people haven't put the fiber in for these. So like red onion obviously is fiber. Lettuce is fiber. Or it could be that it's like 0.8 grams of fiber in that very little serving that I've got. So if they all say 0.8, then that could be an extra 4 or 5 grams of fiber that I've got. But because they're all not counted, they're not counted. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind as well as you're going through here. Don't freak out and be like, oh my God, now I need to eat loads more. Just keep it in mind, right? So I'm going to round it up and just say I've got 10. I'm like, yeah, I've got about 10 grams of fiber at the minute going through here. Okay. And my protein is now on 123. So you can see it's gone up by about 5 grams since it was 118, I think it was, just by adding in vegetables. The next one we're going to do is starch. No, it's not. I lied. It's going to be fats. So we're going to throw in some fats there. So for my lunch, I am obsessed. No worries, Naomi. I'm obsessed with sun-dried tomatoes in the olive oil, or sun-kissed, I think the one I'm using is. Sun-kissed tomatoes. Now this is going to be fat. I'd probably class it as fat. But it'll also be vegetables as well, all right? So I'm just going to put in that I'm going to have like 15 grams. because it's probably calorific because the amount of oil that's on it. So we'll put that in there. We've got to have some feta, obviously, on my lunch as well. So we're going to have some feta. And I'm pretty bad at feta. Like I'll just eat it while I'm waiting for my food to be prepared. It's very bad. Don't do that. It still counts even if you don't track it. I'm like, no, it doesn't count. Okay, so I'm gonna have like, I don't even know. Where would I start? 15? 15 grams. Okay. So where's my fat at now? 25. My target's about 50, I think. So I still got time. I still got time. Still got energy. Still got time to go. And eggs. I've already got eggs in there, right? So I've got 2 eggs. Maybe I'd have 3 to change it up a little bit. That's what I'll probably do because. So I'm going to tell you why and how I would manipulate this. So at the minute, I'm pretty much near enough there with my protein. My calories, look, guys, I'm on 125 grams of protein, 885 calories. Nobody better tell me that they can't hit their protein target when they're on 1,800, 1,400, 1,200 even. I'm on less than 900 calories here and I've hit 125 grams of protein. And I've got feta in there. So I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, I can't eat my protein. You bloody can. You're just choosing the wrong foods. But now you guys who are watching this and doing this, you should be in a similar position. Your protein should be pretty high. If it is not, you need some changes. If your fat is too high, you need some changes. If your fat is too low, you need some changes. So for me, right, my fat, I'm only at 50% now. Ignore this, your daily goal here. That is not what I'm going for. I'm going for these numbers on the left here. So I need 50 grams of fat. So all I'm going to do is reduce some of my egg whites and add an extra egg. So I'm going to have 3 eggs. And then instead of 150 ml of egg whites, I'll drop it down to 120 maybe. 120. So now, wait. Yep, so now I'm on 128 and 30 grams of fat. So you can see now it's a little bit more balanced, which is what we wanted. If your protein is under 100 grams, you need to go back and add in more protein foods or higher serving sizes of the protein foods. So for example, instead of 170 grams of beef here, I could have 200. Instead of 2 chicken skewers here, I could have 3 chicken skewers. Or I could add a snack of Greek yogurt, or I could change the Greek yogurt here, wherever it was, the skyr yogurt, from 100 to 150. Very small, easy changes to make. You don't need to start from scratch. You don't need to buy a whole new cupboard. Just add in more foods of the foods you've already got because you know you like them. You know they're high in protein. Just add more in. Okay, so now I've pretty much, have I done my fats? Oh, dark chocolate, look. I want to squeeze in some dark chocolate, so I'm going to put that in as well. Okay, so I could have some like dark chocolate. I could have like a Lindt or something. Lindt. I think normally it says like 85% or wherever, but for some reason this isn't. But I'm just going to say yes, I'm going to have this Lindt. It's going to be like 4 pieces, 200 calories. Can't be right, can it? Surely. I'm like, no, can't be. Okay, let's change this to grams and let's put 20 grams. That's my normal go-to. 20 grams is about 125 calories. Yep, that sounds about right. Yes. Thank you. Okay, no worries. Off now. Okay, so now my calories have bumped way up. They're now over 1,000 because I had that dark chocolate. But I've planned it in. I've put it in. It's got a purpose. And it's got 3 grams of fiber in. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk it? So there we go. Thank you, Lindt, for bumping up my fiber. So again, I'm probably just going to say this is now probably 15 based on all of this, all of these zeros up here. Okay, so that's pretty much all of my foods so far. And now I've got a ton of carbs left. Okay, if I had calories, say it was 1,500 calories or 1,600, I've now got 500 or 600 calories left that I can have and spend basically wherever I want. And within my protein goal, because I'm at 131 now, and my protein goal is 150, so 140 to 160. My fiber I could still like bump up. Got 5 grams left. I could add some chia seeds in actually into my salad. That'll bump it up. And my fats are 41. Do you have a paid version? Yours looks different. No, mine is free, but it might look different because I'm on a laptop. It looks different on my phone. But no, I don't use the paid one. I think only a couple of my clients do. They just prefer to, I think either they had it before they joined or they just prefer the scanning thing, and sometimes the barcode only works, depends when you signed up and stuff. So let me add in chia seeds here. Chia. I'm going to add it in grams again. Grams. Grams. Oh no, I can only get oh no, 1 gram was above it. And I'm going to do 10. 10 grams is quite a lot, I feel like. It's a lot of chia. Okay, so now, basically, my meal plan is complete. If I was on an aggressive diet, all I would have to do, right, is take out the dark chocolate and I'd pretty much be there. Maybe drop some of the feta or something, or change the Sunkist tomatoes to normal tomatoes, and I'd pretty much be there. So what I want you guys to realize is this is a lot of food to eat. There's a lot of volume in this food. You can hit your protein and hit your fiber near enough, right? I'm probably about 18 grams now. Near enough without recipes. Like we haven't used a recipe anywhere. We haven't gone mad. We haven't gone like, oh, we need some like special Asian herb or something like that. Like we're realistic. These are normal foods that you like, that I like, that Shelby likes, that Linka likes, that Kim likes, Deborah likes. And they suit our diet, but we're still hitting our protein, we're still hitting our fiber, and we're still within calories / macros, whatever. So for my personal macros now, I've got 100 grams of carbs left. Who'd have thunk it, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back through one more time. I'm going to fill up the rest of my calories / macros with starch carbs. So I'm going to add in. I'm going to go back. And I know this isn't on the list, but I do eat the protein bagels every day. Warburtons. And they are seeded as well, so it gives me more fiber. So I'm going to have that. If I wanted, because I've got the space, I could also have butter on it, but it's going to have egg on it. So I don't need butter as well. So there's that. 160 calories right there, 24 grams of carbs. I'm at 66. Oof. Maybe I could have, like, I'm like forcing myself to eat carbs now. Like, I'm like, ugh, what? Do I have to? No, I don't have to. I could eat more protein if I wanted to. But maybe I could have some microwave white rice. I ain't got time to cook rice properly. I'm going to microwave it, okay? Uncle Ben. Good old Uncle Ben. I'm not having 250 though. I don't know how much is in a microwave. Oops. That sounds about right, doesn't it? 100, like 180. This is thing as well. People are like, how many calories? I don't know which one's right. That one says 190, that says 208, that says 180. I'll go for the middle. Just, that seems fair. I'm not doing myself a disservice here. Okay, 50 grams left. And you guys are probably like, oh, this is boring. But this is the game. Okay, if you can nail this for like 3 days, you've won. You just go rotate those days, make a couple of tweaks, change the chicken for turkey. Easy. But look at my protein now, 146. I haven't added in any more protein specifically. I've just been bumping it up with the other foods that have got protein in. So I got the rice, and then if this was a workout day, maybe I could have, what could I have? I could have jam on another protein bagel before I went to the gym. I do that sometimes. If I was testing whether my stomach can handle oats, I could now add some oats in here with the dark chocolate. I'll do that just to show you guys. So we'll have oats, like steel cut or something. Scottish. Where's Rachel when you need her? Scottish oats. Okay, I'll just use Tesco's for here. And I'll have 50 grams. No one needs 100 grams. Actually, it'd be 0.5. And if you're very lucky, you could be adding in something there. Like, it's not ideal, right? But when you've done this for long enough, exactly what I'm doing, then you can start to play with foods. So, for example, Cam, when he could go to the gym, used to have like a massive bowl, and I mean a mixing bowl full of Cocoa Pops with whey protein and milk. Like he would have like this massive bowl of Cocoa Pops before he went to the gym. It's got protein in, it's got some fat in, it's got the fast releasing carbs in, ready for the gym. But he had the rest of the day was like clean, 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 clean. So we could have those extra things there. Or maybe I could have like a croissant after, because I do love a croissant, and my gym is right next to a little bakery, a little with a bakery in, so tempting. And then the other things that I need to add in here, which we haven't spoken about, is milk or creamer. If you're in America, if you use creamer. So now I need to put in milk. So I use skimmed when I'm on a bit of a cut, skimmed milk. But normally I would use semi-skimmed. And I suppose because my fat is low, I could use it, but I've got skimmed in the house. So that's what I'm going to add in. And then for the day, maybe I have 250 ml for the amount of teas that I have. I'm going to pour that in for now. Oh, and then obviously I would need the milk for the oats as well. 100 ml. All right, let's do the oats first. 100. And then let me change this other one. If I have about 15 ml and I have 5 cups, 6 cups, I should put in 100. 100. Okay, so basically this is my day. This is what I'm going to eat. And my macros are bang on. My coach will be so proud of me. So, to clarify, my goal was 150, 50, 150. I've got 143, 54, 157. If I want to do this bang on, and sometimes I do this to show you guys that it can be done, I would go in here and start playing around. So it'd be like, oh, okay, well, I need 7 grams less. So I'll have 160 grams of beef mince, and that's gone down 145. So I would just keep tweaking it like that. So, oops, that is how I would do it. Maybe 150, 1.5, which also brings my fat down because there's fat in beef as well. So I'm at 50, 53. I'm pretty much there, right? So that is how you build a meal plan specific to your macros / calories. My fiber's pretty much, probably more like 27 actually at this point by the time we added in those extra little bits, 26, 27. But you can see there's nothing complicated in there. I don't have to do like a ton of washing up. I don't need like random recipes or random anything. If I wanted to add in a sauce, because for me, I'm not using any sauces right now in this, maybe I would add in there like a chutney or a salsa or some chopped tomatoes. All of those are going to help with the beef. Maybe I'd make it into like a bolognese kind of style thing, or I'd have it on the side. Maybe I'd make some sort of sauce, Greek yogurt based sauce, and make it, or maybe I'll just use like a little bit of mayonnaise or something like that, tomato sauce, whatever. But I've got the wiggle room. I've got the carbs remaining. I've got the calories remaining. So I can have these extra foods if I really wanted to. If I wanted, I could probably squeeze a fried dough in there as well, to be honest. Let's do it. Okay, this is my day. I want a fried dough. I'm having a fried dough. 100 calories, bit of protein. Oh, yeah, I wish. Bit of fat, bit of carbs. 95 calories. Have that with a cup of tea. Look, I'm still within range, right? So everyone's freaking out. I can't have chocolate. I've got 2 servings of chocolate in this meal, in this day. 2 servings. I still hit my protein, still hit my fats, still hitting my carbs, hit my fiber. Sorted, right? So that is how you're gonna do it. I would copy this day if I really wanted to. I don't know how you do it on a laptop actually, but basically you can go somewhere and copy the day into tomorrow or the day after or whatever day that you want to. Very easy to do. Okay, again, if you need any changes, go in and tweak them. Anyone that's done it, have you hit your macros? Have you hit your calories? Or are you too high or too low on anything and we need to tweak? Let me know in the comments. Can you believe that? Damn proud of that. First attempt, was not planned. Went in, winged it. And this happens because I've tracked for so long that I pretty much know what the nutritional value of each food is that I eat. Don't ask me about a banana, and got focused. That's why I had to check the hummus as well, because I knew it was a fat, but I had no idea the breakdown of it. And then you can press this stupid thing that tells you, I discourage any of you to press this button. It says this shit. The only other things I would say, guys, is again, you don't need to go for this goal thing here. That was when I was on my aggressive diet, which I'm not doing anymore. So I could change it if I wanted to. It doesn't matter because I know my numbers. I know I need to get these numbers up here. My sodium is pretty low on that day as well. So if I needed, I could add in some pink Himalayan salt or some electrolytes can be really good as well. And then if I have some Pepsi Max or something like that, I'm not going to bother adding it in because I'm such a rebel. Actually, Cam, when he's tracking, doesn't track his vegetables. He's just like, there you go, no calories in, Faye. You crazy. Okay, that is it, I think then. If everyone's perfectly fine, if everyone's achieved their goals and if everyone's achieved their numbers, I'm not going to waste anyone's time. But does anyone have any questions based on this? I know it's a bit of a long one, but I think it's a really important exercise that we do. And you guys can watch this on the replay. You could do another day just like that. You could literally copy and paste it and then change the meats. That's an easy thing to do. Change the herbs, or we didn't put herbs in, but you could add herbs. If you want fruit, you could add some fruit in there. You could add some fruit on the oats, for example. I could have some strawberries. But yeah, that's basically it. That is the exact way to hit your macros and your calories. So no one's getting excuses, right? Cool. Any questions? No? Okay. Well, when you guys have done this, your homework is to post a day. Just like you saw my full day, I want to see your full day with the macros and then put in the caption or in the caption, you post your actual target. So say my target's 1,800 with 150 protein, wherever. Then I want to see the full day and I want to see them basically aligned. No cheating. There's no cheating. But I want to see them. And then if you can't get it, put it in. Tag me, Cam, Shelby in it, and everybody else if you want to. And we will help you. Just tweak this, tweak that, tweak this, tweak that, and you're going to be good. You're going to be bang on. So I hope this is helpful. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay below, and I'm going to stop recording now.